So on April 6th, everyone tuned in and were met with a starting soon screen. They would watch this screen for over 9 hours until the stream was finally shut down. On it. What? So on April 6th, everyone tuned in and were met with a starting soon screen. They would watch this screen for over 9 hours until the stream was finally shut down. Bro, that reminds me of that girl. Oh my fucking god, that girl, Taylor, fucking, she has like a French last name or something like that, and she would just stand off the camera, rocking her. Yes. April 9th, 13 gameplay was finally revealed. 13 minutes of gameplay was great as far as everyone could tell. It would look so great. The game was pineapple music. It was game over top games from AAA studios like Spider-Man, Stalker 2, and even Bethesda's Starfield. This is what was attention. Fantastic accomplished this without having a great track record for Stanley. Looking back at their history, they sold early access to their game called Wild 8, and then almost immediately abandoned it. Ooh, not good. They got a game called Dead Dozen, which had even more problems. It went into early access and shut down quickly 3 months later. This one's getting weirder though. This whole trailer looks too good to be true. Literally, developers tweeted reacted to the video stating that at the very least this looked like a vertical slice of the game that they had just created for the purposes of marketing. I remember the character in the cinematic. We watched the video, and the girl was wearing like really tight pants and she had a big ass, and nobody was even paying attention to the gameplay at all. Like, it was like a 17-minute video, and people were like, yeah, I don't know about this game. I don't know. Maybe if they released gameplay for it, I'll have to watch it. And it's like, you just watched a 17-minute video gameplay. Like, no, I didn't.
It is. I'm getting very Division vibes from the file. The shadows are incredible. Oh, in an MMO though? Okay, I'm skeptical. How can they do that? I think it's more of a vertical slice on vertical slice. A vertical slice that we don't know is, this doesn't mean that the whole game is done. It looks like this is probably a section that they popped out. We're able to build a carve out and make certain things look final, but they're not. That's not Watch Dogs.
So it's kind of like whenever you take a picture, or like you clean up your room, and then you throw all this new stuff behind the door, and hope your mom doesn't close the door and see what's behind the door. Yeah.
So we're that's supposed to be another player. Right. Back. See the way they come in. It looks like it's an animated character that's not another player, but that means that those actually get a player. They could they had their own AI players. If it like that, they would have the AI because if it's a real player, the animation would. Well, I don't because it's a play game. This might.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't find that to be very strong evidence though. I think that the other examples, and just like a logic example, yeah, number one, not necessarily. Number two, it could be another player, but they're moving that specific place, so it looks like a video. Number three, it could be an AI generated, fucking like NPC, which I also think is fine. Like there are many other examples where I think this was not really that big a deal. It's not what's totally unheard of, but when this studio's history in mind, it starts to cast doubt on the viability of the game being for its promise. It's something to do with when Fantastic used the big Switch tactic on their fans, pretending a big announcement for the day before, and then when the announcement arrived, it was actually for a completely different game. Essentially, using their cloud game for the hype around the day before to advertise and launch another game they were working on called Dragonflight. People weren't happy about it at all, but it was somewhat smooth over, so we also provided a launch date of June 2021. To be fair, their recent reviews are mostly positive. 2022. At that time, that meant the game was just over 8 months away, so people were pretty excited. Fast forward to May 3rd, a little over a month before the game's scheduled launch date, Fantastic released an announcement letting the community know they would be giving a big update about the game that week. And what was the big update they hyped up? The big update they got that week was that they were delaying the launch of the game by another 9 months into March of 2023. Oh, March? The release date of the game will be March 1st, 2023. Did we miss it? Oh my, how did we miss this? Oh, fuck, guys. We missed a launch. Fuck. 23. The reason for the delay? Well, there was such massive issues in the game that they wanted to spend more time making sure they got it right. Honestly, for a studio that had never seen this kind of interest, to look at its project landing at the top of the Steam wishlist and decide, hey, we better spend the time to get this right. Well, it isn't all that surprising. There's so much changes that would be made.
I wouldn't do the same thing. Because if this game comes out, it's a bad game. It's a period for it forever. It's not like Cyberpunk, like BFA, like mini games. Yeah, if it comes out, it's bad.
They would be switching the game over from UE4 to UE5. This also isn't surprising as we've seen multiple studios make the same move around the time. So far, we have a lot of red flags that could be genuine mistakes for intentional deception. But there wasn't anything we could point at and say, these guys are definitely acting in bad faith. That was until they later was asking for people to work on the game for free as volunteers. Naturally, alarm bells were raised.
I mean, as a Twitch player,
now, it was weird that the studio was constantly delivering far, far beyond anything they ever created. The game massive AAA studios are rated with the budget to demand, but people were willing to give them the benefit of the doubt until they had a reason not to. And for a lot of people, this was that reason. How are you going to make a game that by its very nature required a AAA budget, all while using
you think all the people that were working for it for free? I mean, it's actually kind of a genius solution because you have this problem. It's like, well, like we have to pay all these people. If somebody smart in the office is like, what if we just tell them we're not going to pay them? And that's it. How much do you think that's going to work?
Apparently, they volunteers. What kind of volume do you have to provide? And what kind of studio do you have to be to be willing to publicly ask for such things? If things work or not.
I can commend somebody for just being that ballsy.
On January 4th, 2023, Fantastic released another video on YouTube that was a fully hidden ad for another product or some kind of odd thing. All the thing was pretending to be talking about the studio as developed the day before, but actually it just felt like we were watching a really weird ad for some product. And that's because you were. They had no need for attention that they wanted for the day before to launch 2 other projects that are not hard before. And they had also tried to get people to work on the game for free, while also willing to release a video twice. Along with the story, more than like and people noticed they ended up having actors and licensed some videos to highlight the community. On the bright side, the game was going to be launching in just 3 months. Yeah, so Fantastic just making sales was fast project. That is unprecedented. On January 24th, 2023, the most requested game on Steam was released from Steam. And another twist, Fantastic people say that it was a bug that caused it to be removed from Steam. But then Fantastic later that same day was supposed to launch the same 5 days earlier and found out that someone took the rights to the name the day before. Unfortunately, Fantastic, this also was a as there was evidence that they had received word and trademark for the name and injected months of two different posts with 2 different lies the same day. These guys didn't want to maintain cameras for the paperwork signed for the day before. With the game not even having all the red flags and now the trail lies leaking out of the studio, things were getting weirder than ever. People were beginning to worry if this was even really at all. Usually it seemed to have been at best a personalized game, or at worst entirely different. But that was not going to be a problem with past times. They just do their gameplay, they're featuring real gameplay.
That's true. Yeah, so like they're going to fix it so it's not really a big deal. Like all the haters are just going to get down and they're just going to set the record straight and put them all to sleep.
At the last second, they canceled, stating that they had to talk to their lawyers about their name being taken before releasing the trailer. And the trailer wasn't the only thing to be delayed. The launch was also going to be delayed again for another 6 months to November of 2023. The internet is now flying scam. Everyone was beginning to think this game didn't exist. And response Fantastic turned around shortly thereafter and dropped
and they would say that it's not. In fact, guys, I know that there have been some of you out there who think that our game is a scam. It is in fact not a scam. There's no need to worry. I know some people might think that it's a scam. It's not a scam. Okay, yeah, never mind.
For the game, as expected, it didn't look nearly as good as the highly pushed trailer that came forth.
Yeah.
To be honest, the fact that it was worse now wasn't surprising and isn't all that uncommon in the industry. They tend to show very early on a concept of what their game will make that ends up being far more attractive than what they're actually able to do right down the road. We've seen a lot of AAA studios make this mistake in the past and then get rightly called out on it by the communities afterwards. What was odd about this trailer was that the teams or so gameplay showed a massive world that felt far from finished. It was the boy direction, a lot of walking and not a lot going on, particularly for a game that was originally supposed to release a year ago. On top of that, viewers would also immediately notice that many assets in the game and it's actually happening. So unless you think that you, as a Redditor, YouTube commenter, YouTube viewer, have a better insight into this than the fucking multi-$100+ million company that is producing this game, come on. Maybe they're just fucking dumb. Scamming my time by watching a Symmetry? Yeah, I just don't think it's a scam. Is that a shit game? Yes, I think so. Multi-$100 yeah, sorry, for a second I thought it could just be a marketing scheme. I doubt that a massive publisher, like the one that's publishing this game I've got named, would want to attach themselves to things as problematic as this. There's no reason to. And also the publisher is mainly a mobile game publisher, which means that like reputation doesn't matter as much, but it still does matter because you have to be reliant on the gotcha of like the next game. Base trauma? Oh, is it base trauma? I don't know. Well, the doubter's wrong, but as right now history would suggest this game will be sold in early access before dropping a state that is completely unfit for release, ultimately being abandoned by the developer yet again. Where is the game today? 2 launch delays later and 6 months before its new scheduled release date. 2 launch delays so far. Okay, keep that in mind. Well, on February 16, 2023, the developer released a devlog where they talked about the journey of the game so far. Oh, the website is still up, but if you click on the wishlist, it just takes you to the front page of Steam, because you can actually add it to your wishlist because the game doesn't exist on Steam anymore. This game hasn't stolen anyone's money yet, so it's not a scam yet, but developers have been caught lying. They've been caught copying other developers' work. They promised the moon, and they have a history of selling unfinished games and then walking away from them. Hopefully Fantastic keeps delaying their games until it's finished, but I wouldn't send anyone on this one, so it will be a playable product. There's just way too many red flags at this point. If you want to keep up to date on how this all unfolds, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. I don't know why. Maybe you like the video and leave a comment if you're enjoying it. For the outgoing thoughts. Next up, Dream World. The game's... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Describes being the infinite open world MMO where you can sculpt the world and create anything you want into a magic catalog of objects in one single world with millions of other players. You get to save thousands of unique items and fight and tame Dream World's incredible creatures. This game claimed it would be the last game you would play. This should have been the first red flag because the slowing doesn't even make sense. The Dream World Kickstarter led by Zachary Kaplan and Garrison. This guy apparently just had like rich parents and they just pretty much paid for everything, and so things kind of worked itself out. Symbolic made a lot of promises that were more or less impossible to fulfill. But who are they? What is Zachary Kaplan's history allows him to believe he's capable of taking these people's money and delivering on a massive promise? Okay. Well, he opened crowdfund for a secret where on Jazz back in 2015 because he claimed he was a by far not once but twice while running with his earphones in. This man does... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The speaker has just eased up running the freeway. They mentioned stop that crowdfunding promised all these backers they would be able to purchase these speakers in just a few short months. That was in 2015, and here we are 8 years later, and the website is still up. The product still is. Oh, it's coming soon. Oh, I see. So it'll be soon. Okay, wait, it's $150? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking insane? That's coming soon. After that, he started floating. Brandon doesn't seem that paid out for either. And neither of these projects are particularly well, because it's like a tiger, you know what I mean? That's cool because it's like a fucking like a tiger and shit. Boy, I won't fault anyone for trying to be an inventor or an entrepreneur by themselves. These ideas are completely fine. No, but they're not because it didn't work out. It didn't work. So like if you have somebody that takes 2 L's, and it's like you know I got another one in me. I don't back that. This guy fucks up. And you know what fuck ups do? They fuck up. That's what happens. This guy's a fuck up. He got hit by a car twice. For the same reason. Arises when, with those 2 failed projects behind him, he decided he would then use everything he learned about creating wearable speakers and t-shirts and apply that incredibly relevant knowledge to creating a massively multiplayer online game. Zachary Kaplan and his partner Garrison would create a Kickstarter and start hyping up their new game, and the fact that they would be able to have millions of people play together and modify the entire world at will to their heart's content. Fortunately, they didn't mislead backers by saying that they had come up with a solution to all the problems to prevent this technology from existing already. I see. So they've solved the problem that all these big game studios could never solve. As you can see here. That would have been lying to their investors. The largest digital world exists today, thousands of people, and we came up with a solution that allows to help millions. Oh, okay, well, that's not a good sign, is it? Naturally, all this took place where many of these stories take place. Kickstarter. While other MMOs with $400 million budgets were struggling to achieve a fraction of what Dream World was promising, these 2 were going to do it all with a Kickstarter campaign for $10,000. That's right, $10,000 and 2 people to build something multi-million-dollar AAA. Yeah, these guys are gonna throw like they're just gonna do something up and just make the best game ever played. Just get it done. So you get the work done for the developers at their disposal for so long. And what I can only describe was like a pulling out the wall temporarily detached from their brains. This Kickstarter would somehow hit its goal, and then some, earning a total of 64. Why are they using fake money? I've never seen a 20 or a 5 that looks like that. I thought Abraham Lincoln's supposed to be on that. What the hell are they using fake money for? $1,706. So you're right. Yeah, that's what I said. Every footage for this game was nothing more than mining assets. Wait a second. Like every footage for this game was nothing more than mining assets. In fact, it looked like every footage for this game was nothing more than mining assets from the Americans. Oh my god. The game with no rhyme or reason. It looked like that because that's exactly what it was. It's all improved on YouTube channel by showing each asset pack in the store. Wanting to diagnose using all the shots is the default Anakin 300 engine. Red flags everywhere, but somehow that didn't stop 4 people from donating nearly $2,000. Wait, so the main character was just like a fucking placeholder? Game. Once you're back to the game, you were promised access to pre-alpha. However, the fine print stipulated that you would actually receive access to pre-alpha until you also forced 2 of your friends to back the project as well. Oh, that's smart. You know, they do this with a lot of these schemes where it's like you can't just get addicted to your friends. It's like, yeah, every single right. It's like when you're selling juice, knives, stuff like that. Yeah. It's things like this that start to push this entire Kickstarter farther away from ignorance and closer to malice. As soon as the Kickstarter closed and they had all the money, they went to work on the game, right? Well, no. They immediately went on vacation, causing everyone to wonder if they run out of money. They would eventually come back, however. I do have to give it to them. The Dream World guys, they did release a game. And you've got to have some big fucking balls to release what they did. You gotta have a massive dick to say, this is our game. You can play it on Windows 95. And resume work on the game. They started a Discord server that used 14 to 16-year-olds as modders. A full-time job was promised to 14-year-old mod Jack who left the community. Raiders, so they wouldn't have to pay anyone. Like the other stories in this list, this is one that just kept on giving. Even Zachary's ex-girlfriend chimed in on the whole situation to explain that the 9 years of game development experience Zachary claimed he had was actually nothing more than writing ideas down on paper at best. Garrison's claims, oh guys, I have like probably 20 years of game development experience then. Yeah, I got like at least 20, like man, probably more than that. To be a former employee at Google, also famously, this turns out he was being used Google. He searched for things before on Google. So I mean, he basically works there, right? Nothing more than an intern for a few months. She also explains that she broke up with Zach for a number of reasons, one of which being that when she went to get a wedding ring refitted so that she could actually wear it. She explained that it was so fake that it would break half the trunk. Oh my god. He gave her a fake wedding ring. Wow. This guy got to play hard 2 times. For the same reason. I'm not at all materialistic and I don't care about the size or the quality. Oh no, the thing is like, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't care. I bet if this guy had given her a ring pop ring, she would have probably responded better to him giving her a diamond ring, saying it's a diamond ring, and then it's not true. It's the fact that it's deceptive is the problem. The wedding ring, I'd argue it's the leasing board as a marriage. But buying your fiancé a ring so fake it can't be resized, and then gaslighting her for asking about it shows severe lack of communication and maturity. But this wasn't pretty damning information. We basically learned that both of these guys greatly misled their investors, everything to their previous experience in this type of project. Fortunately for them, they would have a chance to prove all their counters wrong, as with all things like this, and eventually the product would be delivered. That's right. On May 20th of 2021, we finally get to see the world in all its glory. The moment everyone had been waiting for. Content creator Piazza posted a video of himself going over this. And he was so excited and happy that he was like, bro, I hope everything is back. This guy had like 100 subscribers. And like he's just going through the alpha of the game. He's like guys, it might get one day
I was wrong. It is bad. I was swindled, and it can happen to you.
Just saying, it was somehow worse than anyone expected. This bridge was pure nightmare fuel. Complexity that someone's toddler could have made in about 5 minutes of spamming random assets in an open world in the unbuilt engine. It was unforgivably bad. Probably because that's exactly what Zachary did. In fact, I'm positive someone could have made something far more attractive in just 5 minutes of the engine. Leaving everyone wondering, where did the money go and what was the time spent on?
Well, did you see the picture of the vacation? Okay. Well,
But hey, maybe the game just needed more time. It was an ambitious project after all. Well, that major reveal was 2 years ago. So where's the game now? Nearly 2 years after becoming quote-unquote playable. So Dragonflight did continue to try and at least give the impression that they were trying to do the game for some time, posting weekly updates on the website and on YouTube. However, those updates were seriously stopped a little over 2 months ago.
I think like all of the YouTube reviewers should get together in like some fucking Illuminati thing and try to hype up a game that's like that and have everybody collectively talk about how great it is. And like fucking make all the viewers feel like they're in some kind of fucking like Twilight Zone where everybody's talking about how fucking lit this game is and every content creator is like, bro, this is gonna change the world.
For all the work here,
Yeah, just see what happens.
Since managed to gather about 500 subscribers. So what is the future of Brewmaster? That's what these guys set out to make an ambitious game and fail. Now, and it's not really acceptable. They were for the fact that they misled people. They had years of experience in an industry that they didn't. In an effort to get their money, claiming they had a solution to the problem that prevented games like this from existing in the first place, but when they didn't. Which begs the question, at which point do we call these things a con, or what point do they slide past an aptitude and into malicious intent?
I think it's very obvious what the difference is. So if you are misleading people knowingly, like for example saying you work at Google or saying that you have 9 years of game experience, game design experience, I think that is very clearly misleading people. And also to an extent, I think that gross negligence and gross mismanagement is the same as misleading people and it should be treated the same. Because if you take people's money, at a certain point it doesn't matter why it didn't work out, you still lost their money.
Let me know down in the comments below. These guys are just irresponsible, Richard, and all cost them his entire reputation. Zachary Kaplan and Garrison Bell left large evidence on the internet at this point, telling the world exactly what type of people they should make. Well, thanks to YouTubers like Ron Lupton and Jersey, it's been incredibly well documented, and I think it's safe to say, knowing the like-minded work of these guys will give them money in the future.
We'll see about that.
Next up, we have Identity. Identity is another game Kickstarter way back in 2015 that promised the moon. It was going to deliver not just any MMO experience, but the MMO experience where you could do literally anything in a game full of people doing literally anything they want. The world and its economy would be determined by the players playing the game. So what did they need from the public? Just $150,000 to deliver an experience that AAA studios would spend hundreds of millions on. But this was 2015, before we'd seen attempts to Kickstarter projects materialize and fail to deliver. People's guards were down, and so they managed to collect 10 times their goal with over $1.5 million. How did they do this? Well, a handful of assets purchased on the Unreal Engine shop and placed into a world of course.
Leave your mark. Wow. Game really is something nowadays, isn't it?
Starting to see a trend here, aren't we? Players were even able to find out that were allowed to go into the office and game with development team, except there wasn't one. There was no one.
Hashtag scam. The unique backer hack closing access for $15,000 in in-game cash. What's sports car, what's my truck, what's penthouse apartment, what's a 5-car garage, closet jacket, what's 6 million for John, and then what's design your own unique game t-shirt, what's the game with the team.
And there was no development team, just friends. The studio was only creating new requirements for John management. One of the consistent problems with all of these scams is the lies. Every development studio on the same time. These lies were unlocked by why people were willing to give them money for these topics in the first place. What are these lies? But for some reason, never did. The reason John managed his lie was that he had invested lots of money in the game, and then he just needed the last
It was a lot of money. $100. So it's like half his total. That's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking money. He had $100, now he's only got $50. Spent half the money on this shit.
He even went as far as saying, should we meet our goal here in Kickstarter, we will have everything to control of against these completed. As mentioned, the game received 10 times what he asked for. John received $1.5 million. So this is now summed up. We need $50,000 to receive $1.5 million. The estimated delivery of this game already began in December 2016. So I don't think any accepting additional funding on their own personal websites. Until 2016, the game was released. It started becoming suspicious of the
You gotta remember, like 2015, this was in the market where there were no good MMOs that come out. All the fantasy was still garbage. Warlords of Draenor was bullshit. Like every other MMO was dead, bad, or garbage. So like people were throwing their money at anything.
Project. Noticing that outside of the initial video of some created assets, the developers have produced a series of sketches and conversations. Yet another thing this game has in common with the game's list. With the beta supposedly just months away, the developers still had zero of the initial chapters. In fact, they couldn't even manage to screenshot. The developers explained they were simply too busy to communicate with the public. They didn't have time to do this.
Yeah, but like, I mean, then they have to use it on the program, and name it, and they put it on the website, and the website, whatever, and the website, and the resolution, and where the resolution is wrong, and so like you put all these things together, and it's like there's just no way we can get this out in time. Yeah, there's just no way.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It's at this point that the people with brain started to realize something was wrong. While zealots without brain attacked them for questioning their developers. This is the stage we see ultra often in these publicly funded game development sites. The first people to talk quickly about the game and question how realistic its plans are crucified by those who have chosen to
I spoke out, and they hated me for it.
A couple of months before the beta, they announced specifically playable will be available in 2017. This is a delay, but not a massive one. They followed this announcement up with an actual video of gameplay, much to everyone's surprise. The video received 100,000 views and was mostly well received by the audience. Now with 2017 coming, and games response to playable beta release in that year, the announcement would come on November 3rd, 2017, stating that something playable would be released on March 21st, 2018. Which the whole game was rather just a small module, not the entire world, but the game you wanted anywhere you wanted instead of one small construct.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're not really going to get things for like you get something.
At this point, the song had raised over $800,000, over 5 times what it asked for. It was also behind schedule and proposing to deliver a small fraction of the game that was promised, but at least it was something tangible.
Oh, that's smart for them to put Lyric on the screen since like Lyric plays a lot of games like this. So it's like hopefully they're trying to bait his audience into watching it or to get him to look at it. That's smart.
players would finally be able to boot up and play. On February 12th, 2018, they finally released a trailer with actual gameplay footage. Although this footage was incredibly underwhelming. As much as backers wanted to see this gameplay, they were ultimately disappointed with what they got. This game still looked like little more than some basic assets slapped into the Unreal Engine, something we're growing all too familiar with now. Backers had one thing to keep their hopes up. The playable beta was only weeks away. That is until Silent delayed it again. This time only by a month. Even players have waited.
I'm starting to see a trend here.
If this long, one extra month was not a big deal. Yet 10 days before the launch, they delayed it again. This time indefinitely. And why not? They had at this point made over $1 million by delivering absolutely nothing. Players still knew next to nothing about the game, something that seems to be quite key to getting thousands of people to work millions of dollars. Tell them you're creating something amazing while also telling them nothing at all. And watch how these
Well, exactly, because the less you tell people, the more that you can get out of them. Because everything in their mind is always going to be better than what the reality is.
If money are separated. On November 30th, 2018, the game would finally be playable on Steam.
Oh, wow.
At least the Town Square module, which is just a name for a handful of things slapped together around the streets.
Where's it going?
Players could no longer imagine what the game would be. Instead, they had to do what it actually was. Still unplayable, unsalvageable mess. And so the illusion shattered. Players would stop seeing money for the game. The game received the most negative review on Steam, the worst you could get. So where's the Silent Entertainment and its MMO 5 years later? Almost none of the bugs or problems that existed had been fixed. But again, it seems John Bender's emboldened by successfully scamming his backers couldn't help himself. In 2020, he was the one who explained that Steam needed more money for identity. That's one game that had basically seen no progress in the 2 years since release. He explained that another developer had asked for
If you get money for once, and that's one of the things that's easier to sneak people sometimes because then they're investing in
to be publisher of their own game. Now, you might be wondering, why would any developer in their right mind go to this game to publish their game? Given his 100% track record of failure to deliver games to Steam. Well, what he did not tell everyone is that the developer who published games to publish their game was him. Yep, he created a second studio to develop a mobile game while he was supposedly working on it. And
That's smart. This guy, yeah. Let him cook. Smart guy.
he must have paid more money for some games so that they didn't have money.
This is like, bro, can I borrow $5? No, I'll pay you back the $5 from last week tomorrow. But yeah, can I get $5 next? Yeah, I gotta have like money's tied up right now. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna get paid, and I'll get you this $5. And I'll get you right. So I'm like $5.
Kickstarter game.
Okay, thank you.
This is perhaps the most infuriating part of the game. It's like writing to again. He claimed that none of the money tied to Steam in the whole game, and it was only worth like 3 times what it was worth. Yeah, two things that are almost certainly a lie. Fortunately, this time the Kickstarter campaign would be a complete failure. People were not as easily fooled by John given the reputation that he didn't have rightfully earned for himself.
He could have just done it under a fake name. Why would he do it under the same name? That was stupid. Should have submitted to the person. Like, just have an AI create a new character and a new team, and then just use that person. And like, that's me now. I'm now Bill. And Bill is just a lifelong RPG fan. He loves video games. He grew up playing Pac-Man, and now he's trying to take one of his own. He's got 15 years in the space, in the industry. He works for Microsoft and like Photoshop and games, and just fucking make an entirely new person. He did some research on John after the fact, and discovered that he had consistently moved his way more expensive home, despite the like, yeah, there was a substantial amount of money that was being invested into it, and he actually was used by John Master House. That's the case with anyone who's surprised. Recently, some folks a few months back, in 2022, making the game still seriously a priority. Though they're also working on It's been a long time, far too long, since I gave you an update on its progress. When are we going to see a new update? That's a difficult one to answer, but I do hope fairly soon. We hit a bit of a vicious circle here, where in order to improve funding and development, we need to give these small updates to full trust, but at the same time, we had to feed our families, and we couldn't do that without the funding. So we decided that we could start some smaller projects and now raise money for everything, and that's actually going quite well. Yeah, it's going to be fine, guys. For 8 years, $1.6 million raised all time same creations. Even if nothing about it, it's completely unrealistic. Whether it was more intense or completely different, I would never invest in that. He's proven that he's willing to embellish on his experience as a developer and failed to reach goals. I've always said this, I'll say it again. If somebody, if you're doing something and you can't make it force the contract, you need like the moment that anything, even the smallest detail is off. If they say meet you at McDonald's and they're on the other Taco Bell, nope, I gotta go home. If you're buying it for $450 and they give you $440, nope, I gotta go else. Because anything, fucking anything like that, if a person is not in good faith, they're not gonna lie to you at all.
There's no sense of fashion on the way, and supposedly happy to get $1.5 million to the player. John Bender's has a new house, but he also competition, proven by the fact that his second Kickstarter earned him a whopping $4,030. Next up, we have Day of Dragons. Day of Dragons was supposed to essentially be a survival game where you play as a dragon. You spawn.
That sounds fucking stupid. What dumbass thought of this?
And as an egg, then you have to navigate the
Oh, you spawn in as an egg. Yeah, I know where this is going, guys.
Elements like the first and predators, this being that you were actually a dragon instead of a person. This is simple enough, and unlike many of the games on this list, sounds like an actually achievable goal. The Kickstarter started on September 2nd, 2019, and promised to deliver the game just 2 months later. Okay, well, that part was a lot less achievable. It set an initial goal of $12,000, but by the end of the campaign, it had
Bro, like that's scaling for there's nobody that has more money than that. Like I'm telling you, bro, they drop a rack or two on Fursuit, and I hear other people who know they're
made over $500,000. Once again, the demo that sold the entire game is just another asset for the demo, meaning that the developer of the game simply purchased these assets as a for the game and gave the impression that this is the type of work that they were able to produce. The Kickstarter claimed that this game had been developed for 2 years, but the developer himself was a ghost. No one could find him on the internet or any proof of him having any experience in the industry. Though that didn't stop Jay from making over $500,000 from this Kickstarter campaign. Jay would even want those pictures of work that wasn't even his own as examples of progress being made in the game.
that's smart, you know, that way because like, you can show work you don't have to do. So it's like a win-win situation. Like number one, people are happy. Number two, you don't do it. So it's like a solid situation.
Lying about what was being done in the game. Seeing the success of this Kickstarter campaign, Jay really rushed to add more tiers of funding to the Kickstarter campaign, such as extra Dragon DLCs that members would have to enjoy. This wasn't all though. He even intended to sell merchandise for the game. He hadn't built yet. Everything he was doing and saying was 100% focused on extracting money from the people that supported his game. He accused of simply using focus on it.
I just can't see how any person in their right mind can look at this and think this is worth even $1. I would pay $1 to not have to see this. Like I would pay $5 to never have to play this. Like if somebody said, all right, listen, you either play, you're locked in a room and you have to either give us $20 to leave or you have to play this game for 8 hours. I would give them $20.
Extracting money from the people that supported his game. When accused of simply using store-bought assets, Jay denied it, claiming that he had coded a substantial portion of the game himself. But when the link to the Steam code was unpacked, it revealed that there were only 4 lines of custom code in the entire game.
Okay, so it wasn't custom, it's custom code, right? Yeah, that's custom, right? For sure.
He had supposedly been working on it for 2 years and had secured $500,000 in
It's
funds.
like one line of code every 6 months.
Being to finish, had an impressive 4 lines of code in it. When the game was finally released, content creators to play, it was 100% asset left, without any core functions existing in the game at all. You literally spawned and fly around, that's it. There was no eating, drinking, or
So it's like Dragonflight.
any systems in the game. There wasn't even sound. It was nothing more than store-bought dragons placed in a store-bought terrain package.
This is Dragonflight, guys. This is what I got the idea.
Terrain package. But despite the fact that the game was so far from finished, to Jay's credit, the game did release in 2019 as well.
Wow.
So, where's the game now? Almost 4 years later in
Yeah,
2023. Well, probably not where you would expect actually. It's currently on Steam with recent reviews showing a very positive rating. While the all-time review is mostly positive, it's got hundreds of players online at any given moment and is receiving monthly updates to the game. Presently, you can do little more than choose one of multiple dragons available in the game, float around, and kill a few things. And after $500,000 cash injection from the Kickstarter, plus the money made from the thousands of Steam sales at $20 each, and over 3 years of additional development time, it's still incredibly far from being a finished game.
So Furries are just keeping this game on life support? Like, I don't understand.
Players seem to be Yes, thanks to the sheer beauty of Unreal Engine 5 and gorgeous dragons they get to fly around as in a small and simple world. The fact that there doesn't seem much more to it than that doesn't seem to bother the customer. And if the customers are happy, that's all that really matters, right? Was this a game that was meant to be scammed, or was it just incredibly poorly handled in early days? No one knows except for J.O. The game isn't finished, nor is it close to finish, but it's still being supported, and its players are on average quite happy.
I bet you could make a furry sex game and have it be complete garbage and people would still play it.
So it looks like, for now at least, the J.O. has been delivering on his promise of making a Dragon Simulator game that people could enjoy. As expected, progress is slow, as this is about as small and indie dev as you can get, but it would appear he is legitimately trying, which makes the story a nice change of pace from the rest of this list. I think the takeaway from this video will be that it's entirely too easy to make it look like we're creating something amazing in Unreal Engine, when in reality all you've done is purchase assets from talented individuals and slap them into a map that you also want from another talented individual. Most of these games show a few moments of gameplay inside of a gorgeous engine using entirely purchased assets that would take experienced developers and hours to put together. They then leverage that footage and great exaggerated their experience while promising the moon to successfully separate people from their money. The main difference between the MMOs on this list that ended in failure, the one that has positive rating Steam, is that the ones that failed promise to solve technical problems to replace studios in the genre with hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal have not
I
made.
want to just go back, just so you guys listen to this one more time, contextualize it around, I think one of the biggest ones we're hearing about right now.
Leverage that footage and greatly exaggerated their experience while promising the moon to successfully separate people from their money. The main difference between the MMOs on this list that ended in failure and the one that has positive rating Steam is that the ones that failed promise to solve technical problems to replace studios in the genre with hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal have not been able to solve.
That's the exact thing that people are complaining about not saying this game is going to solve cheating. It's the exact same thing.
Meanwhile, Day of Dragons merely promised to be a simple game that is little more than a dragon simulator. It promised that it's actually realistic to deliver on. If you take anything away from this video, let it be that.
Ashes, well, no, I mean, the difference I would say with Ashes is that they actually have a playtest of a siege. They have a playtest of a siege that exists on YouTube that you can look up right now. Like, no, it's not copy, but it's there. You can look it, but you can look it up.
MMO promises to deliver everything. It promises to have every system you can imagine, and to have player numbers the developers can only dream of fitting into a single server. That MMO is either being driven by malicious intent or severe incompetence, neither of which you should be giving money to until the finished product has proven its worth. And if you do give your money, history has shown that you will be disappointed. So be careful with those Kickstarter campaigns, friends. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the amazing content creators like Uldaman and Uldaman, who have both been able to protect the MMO community from fraudulent Kickstarters by covering them in depth. Massive shout out to YouTube members. If you want to be a YouTube member to help me make the best content I can, and for behind the scenes footage, emotes, and private Discord channels and more, click the join button down below. Please like and subscribe to the algorithm goes. And if you're into it, keep live on Twitch over twitch.tv/luckygoes. If you're not sure what to do next, check out one of the amazing videos popping up on screen right now.
Easy. Hey, motherfucker, thanks for great video. I like that a lot. I'm going to give you guys, there it is. Yeah, I don't understand why are people getting a handle of Ashes and everything like that's showing how many people actually are playing the game. Like, I'm not, the thing is, like, I'm not trying to like shit on it. Like, that's just, Ashes don't, boy, how's it called if you can see it though? I don't understand, like, how can I possibly be coding? Yeah, you're meeting, oh, okay, I mean, if it's games, that's fine. It didn't make sense to me. That's all. Like, this video was fucking amazing. I love this. Especially talking about the scams. These games are so fucking funny. Especially seeing people just dump their money into it. Oh my god, how could you possibly do that? It is crazy. It was a huge story earlier this year. A delivery driver shot a YouTube prankster in a mall in Virginia. And at first, everybody thought it was a mass shooting or something like that. A gunshot rings out in the mall, everyone runs in fear. But what actually happened, the YouTube prankster got in the face of a delivery driver with the phone, holding it right up to his head, and the delivery driver shot this young man in the chest. Now, the breaking news that came out over the past couple of days is that the man who opened fire on the prankster was found not guilty on most of the charges, but still found guilty of unlawful discharge in, I think it's like, what, in a public place or something like that. Now, this basically means that charges relating to the shooting, I think it's malicious wounding, not guilty, because the jury correctly understood what happened here. This young man, this guy, Tanner Cook, has a YouTube channel, relatively small, about 50,000. Now, it's probably a lot for a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, it's considered a small channel. I'm not trying to say that to be a dick. Large, even 100,000 is considered to be a large channel. I know, seriously, because there's, I think, like hundreds of thousands of channels that are that size. I'm not even sure a million qualifies at this point. But this guy produces videos where he harasses, intimidates, and stokes fear in people, intentionally aggravating, frustrating, and provoking people, and he does it for views. And it works. Most of the people, I think, that are, like, if you look at the comments on his videos, they despise him. And I just want to say right now, well, I'm not going to play the video because it shows a dude shooting a guy in self-defense. Alan Coley is the victim. Tanner Cook is the perpetrator. Understand this. There's probably some context here you can't see. I don't want to actually play. So here's an image of the incident in question. It says, video shows Tanner Cook, 21, who runs the Classified Goons YouTube channel, harassing Alan Coley as he picked up a food order at the Dulles Town Center Mall in Sterling, Virginia on April 2nd. So here's the gist of the story for those that don't know. You've got these two guys, and I believe there may be two more individuals. You've got the person who's filming this, then you've got this dude Tanner, who's I think 6 foot something, getting
getting up in the face of this driver, putting the phone close to his head and playing an obnoxious statement. Stop looking at my twinkle or something to that effect. This dude right here, the delivery driver, says stop, backs away, says stop, no, backs away, swats, the guy puts the phone in his face, he swats it away. The dude approaches him again, and that's when Coley pulls out a gun and shoots him in the chest. It is sad that this happened. We do not want these things to happen. I always stress this, because you'll always get someone being like, they're cheering for it. I don't. There are certainly people who are posting FAFO and laughing about it. Bro, this is not a situation anybody wants to find themselves in. Alan Coley, the victim, who was doing his job that day to bring people food, was being intimidated and harassed. Now, it is not, and I say this every time, incumbent upon the victim of someone else's criminal act to understand why they are being threatened. If you get in someone's face and he keeps saying stop, no, and you're putting your hand in his face, Alan Coley, I think, was acting reasonably, and that's why the jury agreed and said not guilty. Now, they're still saying it was an unlawful discharge, which makes no sense. If he's